force my case. No more happening. Are you near? Get my marvelous. Snaka, I'm what I'm saying. You get my home. And you near. It's a whatever back or let us see another big free. Oh, my one day, so I have to celebrate. Never go right, you say the road, never get right, you say the road. My boo, my dear, what I do, the person I don't find the guy, we are very good. I'm your leave of one chat. I step up on the one and take track. If I'm good, I get one, then it was say so. And if you need, well, man, let me know. You say, my body, you are chill, shaka, up your passage, yeah, boy, just Sunday. All this Sunday, my story different. My chicken say, Bobo, so classic. I swear different. My chicken say, Bobo, so fussy. Now every day I'm doing this. 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 Oh, oh, oh. You get behind, I need to take ya. Oh, oh, oh. You pay them ya. Anywhere, but you anywhere. Want to start my hustle. As they break, if you can't wait, they carry us through. As soon as they break, give me pressure. As soon as they break, give me pressure. Give me one for me to cool my temper. As soon as they break, give me pressure. They break again, down what's outside. Somebody they steal and somebody they buy. Somebody they see for the same person. This bad. Now every day I'm doing this. 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 Now everyone peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to serve the search of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sanya, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sanya.
We want peace in Liberia. Peace in Monrovia. We want peace in Liberia.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever location jumping till the break of dawn, Exeter's Best Price Store is that place for you.
Is that all?
No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Full Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Exactly. When you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so go in deep and deeper. Put it to eat chicken.
One chicken say, Bogoli Oko, is a classic.
Let's say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are and following us. Welcome to this brand new presentation of the program from the Print News, January 12th, 2026. Today is Monday. As a matter of fact, first working day in the week. My name is Wendell Nimna, and I'm here with Esther Darko this morning. Esther, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning, Winter. Good morning to all of you listening. It's good to be here on Monday. I like to be here. I have all the energy to be here. So, good morning, guys.
All right, that's good. Monday, the first working week, day in the week, I'm sorry, is when we put in all of the energy, that we save over the weekend. So it's good to be here this morning, and we hoping to have with us the weather report man, Solomon Tunis, to join in and feed us in with the weather report for today. Esther and I will be sharing with you two local dailies. As a matter of fact, we have the hard copies with us, the Front Page Africa and the Inquirer newspaper. So, folks, let's welcome all of you to the January 12th, 2026 edition of the program from the Print News, brought to you by Crime Stopper Liberia, Exodus Best Price Tool, and Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. These are the top stories on the Front Page Africa newspaper. I will never stop doing God's work. Jetty commits $3 million to rebuild 114-year-old Swan Industrial Academy. And political news: a year of decisive actions. Senator Cornyn vows to strengthen governance, protect public resources in 2025 annual report. And lastly, for top stories, P does Africa tour. LNTA confirms pending visit of Darren I show Speed Watkins' journey onto Liberia. And those are all the top stories. Let's bring you the big ones on the front page. Your unusual January rains signal deepening climate crisis, and environmental agency warns visible consequences. This is not normal weather variability. It is a climate change unfolding before our eyes. Liberia is storms outside traditional seasons and more frequent flooding. These events are becoming more destructive. Emmanuel K. Ure Yapawolo, Executive Director, Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia. We'll take few lines from that story. Very interesting. So let's bring you few lines. Few lines from that story would do. The Environmental Protection Agency warns Liberia's normally dry season has been disrupted by rainfall, flooding, and strong winds, showing the country's growing vulnerability to climate change. Subsistence farmers report sharply reduced habits due to unpredictable rainfall and soil disease, increasing food insecurity and prompting some to consider migration. Liberia's normally dry season has been disrupted by rainfall, flooding, and strong winds, raising fresh concerns about the country's vulnerability to climate change and the growing risks to agriculture, infrastructure, and coastal communities. For generations, Liberia's weather followed a predictable pattern, with rains beginning in mid and April and ending by mid October. Farmers, engineers, and planners rely on this rhythm to guide planting seasons, construction, and development projects. But that predictability has ended. According to the Environmental Protection Agency, heavy rains hit the peak of the dry season.
Right.
This is not normal weather variability. It is a climate change unfolding before our eyes. said Emmanuel K. Ure Yapawolo, Executive Director of the Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia. During the press briefing Thursday in Monrovia, Liberia is already experiencing heavier rainfall, storms outside traditional seasons, and more frequent flooding, and these events are becoming more destructive. From environmental authorities, reports from the World Bank and the United Nations Environment Program show that Liberia is experiencing more intense and unpredictable rainfall alongside rising flood risks linked to global warming. Scientific projections indicate that sea levels are rising and heavy rainfall events are becoming more frequent, threatening coastal communities where nearly 60% of the population lives. Together, the evidence suggests the unusual January, but part of a broader climate shift already reshaping daily life and development planning across the country. The consequences are already visible on farms across Liberia. Previous front page Africa and New Narrative reporting found that erratic rainfall, flooding, and prolonged dry spells are devastating subsistence farmers, forcing many to abandon traditional agriculture altogether. A 2024 national survey of farmers in Rivers, Nima, Bong, Monserrato, and Grand Bassa counties found that nearly all respondents said climate change had unviable, with 9 in 10 considering migration to cities, mining areas, or even abroad. In Magibi County, cassava farmer Grika Peters said that unpredictable rains and soil disease has slashed her harvest by more than half. I used to sell 100, sometimes 150 bags of cassava, she said in an earlier interview. Now I cannot even sell 50 bags. I cannot even sell 50 bags. The heavy rain and soil disease spoil the cassava now, nothing to eat or sell. As traditional farming systems falter, some innovators are experimenting with climate resilient alternatives. A recent front page Africa and New Narrative investigation revealed that Liberia's first private commercial greenhouse farm, operated by entrepreneur Paul Wampo in Bond County, is helping shield crops from extreme rainfall and heat by using controlled environments, drip irrigation, and temperature monitoring. Well, let's leave it right there. That's the news surrounding Liberia about this rain that we are seeing in the month of January. All right, so we are seeing rain, unusual January rain signal deepening climate crisis, environmental agency warns. Let's take our final story here on the front page, Africa newspaper. And it says here, government says Caterpillar costs exceeded budget ceiling as 134 road machines near arrival. President's letter contradicts claim. Ignoring GMB's choice is a question mark. I note that Caterpillar universal renown and reputation for durability makes insignificant the price differential with the lowest bidder. Additionally, Caterpillar's offer for the training by Caterpillar personnel of 1,000 Liberians to operate and maintain the equipment makes it interesting. I accordingly interpose no objection to the selection of Caterpillar and direct that you proceed to conclude the acquisition of the equipment, as further delayed will impact government's credibility. Also taken into consideration is that of payment plan. You will also engage Mr. Gumedi, who, in good faith, initiated the project. Joseph Nyema Bwaka, president of Liberia. Let's run a few lines from there, and then we send controls to Esther to bring us the Inquirer newspaper. It says here the government of Liberia has defended its decision to procure road construction equipment from China, insisting that U.S.-made Caterpillar machines exceeded the approved budget ceiling, even as a written directive from President Joseph Nyema Bwaka appears to contradict that explanation, raising fresh questions about whether the president's expressed preference was ignored. The Ministry of Public Works recently announced that 134 earth-moving machines, the first batch of a planned 285-unit national fleet, are nearing arrival in Liberia. The equipment includes bulldozers, excavators, low bed trailers, fuel tankers, water tankers, service trucks, and utility pickup trucks, and is intended to strengthen road rehabilitation maintenance nationwide. The ambitious Yellow Machines initiative dates back to 2024, when the government of Liberia first sought to acquire a fleet of earth-moving and road maintenance equipment to strengthen its ability to construct and rehabilitate infrastructure without heavy reliance on private contractors. The equipment, collectively referred to in government cycles as Yellow Machines, due to their distinctive color common to major construction brands, was envisioned as a cornerstone of Liberia's road maintenance program. The initiative gained early momentum under the previous administration, but soon became embroiled in controversy following an initial arrangement spearheaded by the Minister of State of Portfolio, Mamaka Ability. That early arrangement, which centered on sourcing equipment through foreign intermediaries under financing and supply terms that were not fully disclosed to the public, sparked internal disagreements within government and concerns among stakeholders about procurement transparency, value for money, and compliance with the Public Procurement and Concessions Act, PPCA. Critics questioned the lack of competitive bidding and clarity around pricing, payment terms, and long-term maintenance obligations. As a result of the backlash and unresolved concerns, the initial arrangement stalled. By early 2025, President Bwaka mandated Vice President Jeremiah Kuhn to chair a special committee on road maintenance, rehabilitation, and financing, taxing him to renegotiate the procurement, review earlier proposals, and ensure that acquisitions met standards of cost effectiveness, durability, training, and legal compliance. The directive to VP Kuhn was widely interpreted as an effort to distance the new administration from the early controversy through fresh evaluation and negotiations. Front Page Africa gathered that it was during this renegotiation phase that multiple bids were reassessed, alongside discussions on payment plans, operator training, and long-term maintenance. Officials from the Office of the Vice President and the Ministry of Public Works told Front Page Africa that Caterpillar equipment, widely regarded as the industrial standard for durability, was considered but ultimately rejected because its pricing allegedly exceeded the government spending ceiling. Caterpillar would have been the best option in terms of durability, a senior government official said, but the cost was too high. We had to make a fiscally responsible decision that allows us to acquire more equipment within the available budget. President's letter tells a different story. However, a letter from President Blanca addressed to Vice President Kuhn, who chaired the special committee on the procurement of the equipment, presents a sharply different account. In the correspondence, President Blanca outlined the prices submitted to him, signing US 22 million Shunto, US 27 million, and Caterpillar US 24 million. The president argued that Caterpillar higher price did not outweigh its long-term value. I note that Caterpillar's universal renown and reputation for durability makes insignificant the price differential. With the lowest bidder, President Wanga wrote, he further highlighted Caterpillar's offer to train 1,000 Liberians to operate and maintain the equipment as a major play. Accordingly, interposed no objection to the selection of Caterpillar and direct that you proceed to conclude the acquisition of the equipment, as further delay will impact government's credibility. He also referenced the importance of a favorable payment plan and instructed officials to engage Mr. Gumini, whom he said had initiated the project in good faith. Esther, I think we can stop right here and then send controls to you to bring us the Inquirer newspaper.
Right. Let's run to the Inquirer newspaper this morning. On my desk, I have lots of stories here, interesting ones. But let's begin with the top we see here. Be cleared in your mission. Reverend Cole speaks at Inquirer's 35th anniversary Thanksgiving. That's one of the stories. Let's see more. Liberia gears up for infrastructural boost, announces arrival of yellow machines. When you have already brought that story, let's look up more. Don't give to get, but to inspire others. Jetty commits LD 3 million to rebuild shoe industry, that's Shoe Industry Academy. This is it at the front page of the paper. Let's bring you to the back page. And we see IREPT rejects indicted MDMC's gift, warns against inducement. The Asset Recovery and Property Retrieval Task Force has issued a strong condemnation and rejected a Christmas and New Year's gift card sent to its offices by the Modern Development and Management Corporation. The task force has also issued a stern warning against any form of inducement from parties under investigation or indictment, including MDMC, a company currently under indictment for alleged acts of corruption. In a press release issued over the weekend, IRS expressed its profound shock and disapproval of the unsolicited gift, which it deems a blatant attempt to influence the ongoing legal proceedings. The task force emphasized that it has maintained a strict policy of non-acceptance of gifts or favors from any entity since its establishment nearly 2 years ago. The gift card delivered by MDMC through its managing director and chief executive officer, John S. Uboti, who is facing corruption-related charges, has been interpreted by IRS as an inappropriate attempt to establish a cordial relationship and potentially sway the task force's decision. The release stated that such action undermines the integrity of the legal proceeding or process and violates basic principles of accountability and ethical engagement. IRF said it has formally returned the gift card to MDMC and issued a 7 for the company's action, as well as understand why a company indicted on corruption charges will attempt such a gesture while awaiting court proceedings. The release reiterates unwavering commitment to its court mandate, investigating, prosecuting, and recovering public assets stolen or unlawfully acquired. It emphasized that the task force is not in the business of exchanging pleasantries or accepting seasonal greetings, noting that any such gestures, particularly for individuals or institutions under investigation or indictment, are viewed as attempts at the inducement and will not be tolerated. Arrest was not established to exchange pleasantries or receive seasonal gestures. Its sole and fundamental mandate is to investigate, prosecute, and recover public assets stolen or unlawfully acquired in strict accordance with the laws of the Republic of Liberia, it added. The task force issued clear the final warning of MDMC on all other indictment persons and institutions, those under investigation, and the general public, any further attempt to provide gift cards or inducement to arrest or its official will result in immediate legal action. We're going to leave you here and look at the final story for the back page of the Inquirer newspaper this morning. NSA suspends alleged sodomite. This is at the back page. We see the photograph of this alleged rapist and Peter Bond Jala. He's right a photograph on the back page of this paper, but let's take some lines. The National Security Agency has suspended senior official Peter Bond Jala following serious allegations of sexual assault, authorities confirmed on Thursday, January 10, 2025. The suspension, however, comes as the Liberia National Police launches a full criminal investigation into claims that Jala, along with two other individuals, engaged in a gang sodomy of a 15-year-old boy. The decision to suspend Jala, the special assistant, or to the director of NSA Director Prince C. Johnson, was announced in the wake of the detailed, disturbing claims made by the victim's family and cited preliminary findings that implicated Jala. The allegations against Jala are deeply troubling and taken with utmost seriousness, stated a high-ranking source within the NSA speaking on condition of anonymity. The agency is cooperating fully with the LMP investigation and is committed to ensuring a fair and transparent process. His suspension is immediate and is intended to prevent any interference with the ongoing investigation, our source added. According to sources within the LMP, Jala was also taken into custody on Thursday and is currently being held for questioning, with a particular focus on identifying and apprehending the two other individuals alleged to have been involved in the incident. Prior to his suspension, the Inquirer newspaper reported that Bond Jala of NSA was in police custody following his arrest on allegations of gang sodomy of a 15-year-old boy. The alleged incident involved two other unidentified individuals, as the victim, a young soccer player, is currently hospitalized and receiving medical treatment at a nearby medical center. Multiple sources, including family members, community residents, and inside security sources, also confirmed that the teenager was allegedly lured by Jala with the promise of a pair of football boots. Meanwhile, the case has also within Liberia, with several activists and human rights organizations demanding a thorough investigation and swift prosecution of those found culpable. They are also advocating for increased awareness campaigns and stricter measures to protect children from such heinous acts and said this is a horrific crime and we must ensure that justice is served. We called upon the government to leave no stone unturned in this investigation and to send a clear message that such acts will not be tolerated. We must also address the systematic issues that contribute to the vulnerability of children in our society, they added. However, the true test now lies in the thoroughness and efficiency of the LMP's investigation, as the outcome of the investigation and any subsequent legal proceedings will serve as a critical measure of the country's commitment to upholding the rights and safety of its children within the ambit of law. We know these are all of the stories we have this morning from the Inquirer newspaper. Let's send controls to you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Esther, for that story. A very interesting story.
Very much.
Liberia turning into something else.
Tell you.
All right, so we brought you two local dailies this morning. The front page Africa newspaper. Let's recap those stories we brought you, and then we take our break. We'll come back with our talking points. All right, these are the stories we brought you from the front page Africa newspaper. It says, "I would never stop doing God's work." Jetty commits the Liberian 3 million to rebuild 114-year-old Swain Industrial Academy. And a year of decisive actions, Senator Corner vows to strengthen governance, protect public resources in 2025 annual report. And lastly, for top stories, Speed does Africa tour. LNTA confirms pending visit. And unusual January rains signal deepening climate crisis. Environmental agency warns visible consequences. This is not normal weather variability. It is a climate change unfolding before our eyes. Liberia is already experiencing heavier rainfall, storms outside traditional seasons, and more frequent flooding. And these events are becoming more destructive. Emmanuel K. Ure Yapawolo, Executive Director, Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia. Government says Caterpillar cost exceeded budget ceiling as 134 road machines near arrival. President's letter contradicts claim. Ignoring JMB's choice is a question mark to this caption. Well, that does it for the front page Africa newspaper. The Inquirer. Be clear in your mission. Reverend Collett speaks at Inquirer 35th anniversary Thanksgiving service. And Liberia gears up for infrastructure boost, announces arrival of yellow machines. And lastly, don't give to get, but to inspire others. Jetty commits $3 million Liberian dollars to rebuild Swain Industrial Academy. So the back page, Arab rejects indicted that's indicted MC's gift, warns against inducement. And lastly, NSA suspends alleged sodomite. And we'll see the photograph of Peter Bonjala. It's right here before us. So, folks, we taking a break, taking word from our sponsors. When we come back, we'll bring you more stories. As this time around, it's going to be our talking points. So stay tuned as we go for our break on the program to be right back on this edition of the Print News. All right, so let's catch up with our break.
Yo, hello. I want to talk about violence. More violence is indiscriminate. It can happen for any reason and to anyone. Until we do something to stop the surge of vigilante-style justice in this country, none of us will be safe. My Liberia is Liberia of hope. In my Liberia, it is possible. Violence is not part of my Liberia. Violence leads to property damage, injury, or even death, as we are seeing in recent months in several parts of Liberia, including Monrovia. Talk to people in your community about violence. Stand up against mob justice. Be a community hero. Liberia is all that we have. We must all unite to uphold the rule of law. This is Old Man Sam Sion, your community crime fighting partner. Thanks for listening. This is Old Man Sam Sion.
Rabbi, why you taking?
I said, darling, you look so worried.
Charles, I'm worried because I don't know where to get stuff for my shop and restaurant.
Oh, come on, man. Haven't you heard about Exeter's Best Price Store on Gurley Street and Smart Road Junction on the Old Road?
Oh, no, Charles. Tell me about it.
Exeter's Best Price Store got everything for your shop and restaurant. And the good news is that they have reduced the prices of club beer products and imported beverages. So to keep that graduation party, wedding reception, and whatever location jumping till the break of dawn. No, they have for the first time introduced on the LIB market Buffalo Revive that comes with 4 different flavors: Cool Blue, Apple Kiwi, Flu Red, and Fitness Orange. It's good for athlete and everyone. For wholesale and retail supply, call cell number 0770-617-575. Exeter's Best Price Store on Garland Street and the Old Road Smart Road Junction. We are your cheaper wholesale and retail store.
Easy, when you want some more, I provide. So we start to talk. Come on, so going plenty pop. Put in toto ichiki.
Welcome back, folks. Let's say a big thank you to our sponsors, Crime Stopper Liberia, headed by Omen Sam Sion. Also, Mayuba and Sons Incorporated. They are into the petroleum business. As a matter of fact, they have a chain of businesses in this country. The last but not the least, Exeter's Best Price Store, 100% Liberian company, owned and operated by Henry K. Jackson. They have everything to suit that special occasion for you, all right? Maybe you're looking for a place you want to go get drinks for your party, your wedding reception, whatever occasion. Well, they have it there for cheaper price. So, folks, we brought you a lot of stories, but, Esther, something caught my attention this morning and I'd like to talk about.
Okay.
And it's centered around the government. You know, the word rescued, when they say rescued, when they say you have come to rescue or you have rescued, it means somebody was in the middle of something and you saved them. Maybe the house was gutted by fire and somebody was in the house and you saved that person. You have rescued that person. Somebody is in the water, they are drowning and you saved the life of that person. That's why we call rescued. Somebody was badly in need and you came to the aid of that person. That's why we call rescued. Maybe you've been standing there for 3-4 hours waiting for car can't car, you crazy all over the place. And somebody from nowhere just came and just said, come, I will give you a ride. That person have rescued you. You know, the reason I'm saying this is that this government said they have come to rescue. But breaking people's houses down, you know, the government now, they have extended the issue of breaking houses into the community now. There's a place across the bridge called the Bong Mines Bridge Community. It's at the back of the Zone 1 police station. I don't know whether you know the Zone 1 police station. All right, across the bridge, opposite the LEC sub office across the bridge.
Right.
They have a big police station there, and that police station is Zone 1 police station. Okay. So at the back of Zone 1 police station, Esther, I don't know whether you ever visited that community before. Right. When you go there, you see some of the houses that the people have been living in for years. Today, the government say they have marked those houses
at the back of the police station.
At the back of the police
that
station.
Means the police station is also marked.
No.
So they're going to pass the rule at the back of the police station.
Exactly. That's what they said they want to do. And you know, I don't understand. Look, you see, that place is almost like a slum community because that place is in a swamp. It's a swampy area. And these people have been living there for, I don't know for how long, but for the longest. The government now went there 4 or 5 days ago and marked houses. Not only telling the people that will come and compensate you, but they told the people, say, from now to February 18, you should pack your bags and leave from here. You know, it's sad. I visited the community. I got a couple of friends there. Some of my friends lost their mom, and I stopped by, to, sympathize with the family. And the very day I got there was the morning the public works team went there and marked those houses. I don't know this government, I don't know, but people, they are not working, times are hard, people even finding it difficult to eat, on a daily basis, and you're going to make them homeless. Where do they go to get shelter? Because the government should have alternative. Look, when you see those kind of people, you got to pity their condition. You got to pity their condition. We know development is a good thing, but there are too many connecting routes that you can use to just save those people. Because that that person is don't even have the strength to work. That person have live outlive their usefulness. There's no strength. Where do they go to work to get money to build a house? And you're going to break down the house they've been living in for rack of ages. That's very bad. I don't know, but because that place is not on the main road. If they're on the main road where people just took advantage of government and went and build in the alley and do stuff, it's yeah, we can't even call on government to say reconsider your decision. Like you see where they had a train track before the war, people went build there. The government went and broke down those places because we know that there were no houses there before. That's a good thing. We all support that. But where you find look, Esther, I remember during the administration of George Weah, there were people houses that got burned. It was not the government responsibility to say we'll build your house. But because that was a government for the people and the government was brought to power by the people. So the government said, look, since your houses got boycotted by fire, what we'll do, we'll take you from these zinc shacks that got burned and we'll put you into concrete building. That's why we call development. That's why we call development. But all people there. In fact, I'm told that bulk of the people that are in that community are people that voted for the party, the Unity Party. They say there's another man who's just built a new house there, who is a big member of the Unity Party. His house was also mobbed. So you see, when these kind of things come into happen, they ain't coming to select people to say, you Unity Party person, you ANC person, you CDC person. So right now, the entire community is in shock. The people don't know where to start from. The morning, their kids not even in school. That little shelter they have, the government coming to break it down, and they're not giving them anything in return.
Well, let me just come in with a little bit.
Mm.
We all want development.
Exactly.
We all want Liberia to be transformed from this level to the next level. We have traveled, we have seen other countries, how the city is. The city should be at a certain standard and all of that. We'll talk about road connectivity, we'll talk about buildings, all of that. How did these people acquire the land they're occupying currently? Because, we understand that it hurts when you have built something for yourself you call a home. You have lived there for years and years and years, and at the end of the day, somebody just wake up and say, we're breaking your home down and stuff like that. I want to know, first of all, how did these people acquire the land? Did it not indicate on the land deed that this place is an alley? Did it not indicate that? Because these are some of the questions that I want answers for. If you have a land deed for this place, did you look on the land deed and see that it was not an alley that you bought? Did it not indicate that it was government's property? These are the things, because if it's not indicated on the deeds, who sold the land to them?
This is a community that have been there for I don't know how long, because when we were growing up, there were people still living in that community. Right. I don't know how was the property or the land they are occupying was acquired. But my thing is, look, sometimes, you got to pity people condition because where we find ourselves, the country we are in right now, there are people who are struggling on a daily basis. There's no job. People can hardly find food to eat. And you are coming to take them out of shelter. Look, I agree that we all want development. But Esther, I don't know whether we have the chance one day where we drive in a community so you will see for yourself. Even when they have the train track passing over there, the train track is stay there, the train stay passes there.
Of course.
All right. There are houses that have been there for the past 30 to 40 years when we were kids.
Yeah. I'm not
All right.
disputing that.
When we were kids. So I don't know, but this is something that we will have to establish how the land was acquired.
Exactly.
All right.
That is
But
important.
my thing is the government, because look, I don't know, but I went there. I pity the people condition. I pity their condition. And I was saying, but the government can even use this side. They will still get the role because they want to get a connecting route where you will have to come through, when you're passing through Logan Town, there's a road there where you can connect and come. So if they want
You mean to
at the back of Zone 1 police station, there's a road there. So you can pass through there, even get to the Logan Town and get to the bridge, the Caldwell Bridge. So there are too many routes that the government can use to open that road.
So when they decide to use the other route,
No. From what I saw, from my own observation, there are a lot of routes they can use because I just told you that area is a swammy area. So when you say you come to rescue, these are things that you need to take into consideration. Look, I've come to rescue you. I'm not going to take you from there, your old zinc house. Maybe I will help you to give you planks and some new zinc so you can modernize it. That's what the government's supposed to be doing now to those old people who have worked and they have retired. They have nowhere to go. They are managing with their little grandkids they have and all of that. Yeah, I see the guy is being escorted to court. All right. So, folks, that's exactly what is unfolding now at the back of the Zone 1 police station. There are horses that are being marked, and they were told to leave before the 18th of next month. Failure on your part, they will come with bulldozer and break down everything you have there. I know it's not easy, but that's the situation. So if the government, through the Ministry of Public Works, can reconsider their decision, because we know there are other houses that falls within there, but they are untouched because of their connections. And Esther, these people are Liberians. They are Liberians. Hard. You're breaking the people's homes down. You don't have anything to give them in return. What do you expect them to go and get shelter? They are your citizens. You should be there for them. But you're breaking their homes down. Where do they go to get shelter? That's another question. So is it a happiness for the government to make her people homeless? At the NSA, I'm told that he has worked with Peter Bonjala. He have worked with Fumba. He have worked with Pearson. And currently, he was working with Prince Johnson as special assistant. So we also been told that he's a nice guy. He almost like the darling boy for NSA. We got friends at the NSA who feed us with information. He almost like the darling guy, the darling boy there. When everybody want to get a little thing, from the director, and they passes through him. That's the kind of person he is. So somebody was saying, but all those years I worked with Jala, I've never noticed Jala to be a gay. I know Jala to be a woman person. He loves chicks. So how did it happen?
Well,
And I'm also told that the two other guys was identified from his page. They had to go on Jala page, and the victim, they took the phone, Jala phone, and to the victim, or they went on his page, and the boy was able to identify the two other guys and say that slept with the boy. In this morning age and time.
So if he did not carry on the act with this child, why would the child mention him in the first place?
In the first place.
Would they phone him in? According to the information, he was on a single alone around the beach end.
Beach end.
How did the child get there?
Yeah.
So let me just tell you something.
So the probably took him somewhere at the back there and used him and just dump him.
These things don't happen. If it's a clear indication that it was not pleasure, that whatever happened to that boy happened. That person doesn't have to be a gay before they want to do things. People do ritual. People do a lot of things for different reasons, different purposes. So he might not be involved with gay. I'm not saying he did it. I don't know.
It's alleged.
It's not there. That's why it's alleged. So people don't do it because they're gay. That's not the only reason. The men that rape babies around here 3 years or 2 years, or they're not doing it for pleasure.
Yeah.
They're doing it for ritual purpose.
Yeah.
Sometimes they get a different things
because
to protect their jobs and a lot of other things.
Yeah. So
at the end of the day, you go there and they tell you, do this. If you do this, this is going to work.
Yeah.
And I mean,
so
we're praying,
so
we're hoping when that they can do real due diligence, go through the case.
And they can do DNA.
And
that DNA thing will bring in again. And that DNA, because Liberia rape business and that DNA.
Because
when you get money, you'll go to jail. When you get connection, you will not go to jail. Bon Jala is connected.
Of course he is.
This man has served 3 NSA directors. Former Salif, can you imagine? Former Salif, Ellen Johnson, 12 years, right? And at 12 years, he served former Salif. Pearson King, George Weah, in at 6 years, in at 18 years. Then Prince Johnson going to 3 years, almost 20 years. This dude been with NSA, and everybody's saying, "Oh, but we see Peter to be that kind of person." Oh, Peter is a nice guy. He's a friendly person.
That's it.
We haven't seen with too many boys. Say a guy who is involved with boys.
There's
and
a
all of that.
possibility he's not involved with it.
So yes, Peter may not be a gay.
Yeah.
But like Esther said, people do things for so many reasons. Maybe this dude wants something, and they say, look, before you get this thing, you got to sleep with a little boy, get his blood and come, and then you will get everything you want.
And according to the information, I think they said the little boy will get football boots.
Boots. He promised. So, but to buy somebody a football boots would cause you to go and, man. The thing.
If this man really did his thing when they're old, I hope that God would just step in when they're like, nothing will stop their case.
And if he didn't do it,
to being like, girl, look at what happened to that little girl.
And if he didn't do it, we hope that he would be vindicated.
Exactly.
Yeah, because
look at Brian McGill. What happened today? We get any information about it?
No, but Brian McGill case is just it's a dead case. It's not a case. It's not even on docket anymore. So let's forget about that.
Really sad.
The other guy from the agriculture ministry is called. I don't know whether he stayed behind bars or he has been released, because people can have sometimes when these things happen, the family get together and say, "Oh, Big Yo will take care of the child, will do this, will do that."
Not in the case of the little girl.
Yeah.
With Brian McGill. The family still stand by the word.
Yeah.
But this government have failed them. The justice system have failed them.
Yeah.
There's nothing they can do there.
That's what I'm saying. The connections. When you have the connections, you go free.
We should not.
If you don't have the connection, that's the country. People do things because they feel that they are untouchable. Why would somebody go and sleep with somebody's child and you say, no, the person didn't do it? And the child is telling you this person did it. So say you're bringing DNA 89 in a rape building in the country, they must do DNA 2 for the man and the other two persons, because I'm told the other two, the two perpetrators.
To do DNA, we will collect money. We'll get rid of you.
Yeah, the other two, the two guys who we told were also involved were identified from Java page.
At the end of the day, the government.
So why was the motive?
The resources.
Why was the motive?
To carry that one out, really?
If the guys our friends who are calling us and telling us, look, we don't know Jala to be this kind of person. So why was the motive? What really came to over Jala and the two other guys to sleep with this little boy because they promised to buy him a pair of football boots?
He's currently in court because I think this video was posted 16 minutes ago.
Yeah, he had just been taken to court.
TV, like we see him being escorted into the court, and that's what it is with you. We just hope that justice will be served. If this guy didn't do this act, he should be vindicated.
Oh wow! You see, this is the kind of country we find ourselves. I'm telling you.
Wow. So we only scared and protecting our little girls, and we gotta also be scared but putting our hands around our boys, educating them.
And you know, my cousin just messaged me and said most closely gays flirt with the opposite sex to retain their cover. You know, like what you just said. You know that yes, they sometimes they do these things, but they yepo woman been in front there, but they are gays.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. All right. So that's it. You see, this country is just Liberia. I don't in this country. What is it? Women waste, women this.
That was not lost.
Well, that was not lost. Something that must. Was not lost. Yeah, because I don't want to believe so.
You cannot lost after somebody 15-year-old boy. You can't when they're, and that's why now society we
and
see
same sex.
We see people, mixed representation of themselves getting involved with a lot of homosexual things and stuff.
Yeah,
it happened when they're from small time.
Yeah,
these boys are ripped. And nobody listens to them.
Yeah.
The parents are ashamed to say, trying to cover up that family friend and all of that. At the end of the day, that child is traumatized.
Yeah.
You grow up with that in your mind. And at the end of the day, they lost their identity.
And there was a guy, there was a renowned gay in this country who didn't hide it. He said it to people openly that he got into the gay life by his uncle. His uncle, put him into the life.
Exactly. That's a family.
You see, and when he explaining it, you will laugh, but it's sad.
It is.
The guy didn't hide it. He said, "The life I'm involved with today, my uncle put me into this life."
Yeah.
So these people are just doing these things for certain reason, because I don't want to see that just for to just say I want to have sex. I just want to get these feelings off. Something must be the cause. Well, let's go to the phone lines. But folks, these are our talking points this morning. The issue with the people who have been given notice to leave their homes because if they stay there up to the 18th of next month, they will come and break down.
So, excuse me, what is the duration? Since when they did the marking?
They did a marking just 4 or 5 days ago.
They're saying next month.
So they gave them next month, which is less than a month, right?
Somebody who?
Or maybe more than a month.
Wow.
So if you don't have money now, I'm talking about the people that live at the back of the Zone police station. Those of you whose homes were marked, you got to start finding place now to relocate. Some of you, we know you don't have the hands, you don't have any means of relocating, but that's the government. Some of you voted this very government. So you see, you are all in the area celebrating today. Your very government you voted for. You see the change they are bringing now on you. That your little house you build, they will break it down because it's not supposed to be where you build it. All the government will say, no, we have come to rescue it. This is not rescued. This is not the meaning of rescue. We're supposed to be providing shelter for our people, not to be taking them out of shelter. But the government is saying no. We'll break it down. We don't care. Whether you Unity Party or you CDC or you ANC or you working at PO, they will break it down. So I saw tears in the eyes of a lot of people on that day. But that's the government. Some of you have the hands now to relocate. Start looking for place. Start looking for place because you don't have no time. The 18th of February is just next door. Before you realize, at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, the bulldozers will be there to break down your house. I pity your condition, but there is nothing I can do about it. I wish I was financially potent to come and just relocate every one of you. But I said, Toto wants the box, but the hands are nowhere to be found. That's the situation I found myself. So let's go to the phone lines and hear from our people callers on 0776 104 104. Okay, let's see. Esther, let me read this quickly. Breaking news. Verity Online News says the LMP formally charged former NSA officer Peter Bonjala with statutory rape, sodomy, gang rape, and kidnapping after a forensic investigation proves that a 15-year-old boy was sexually abused multiple times. Multiple times. English people use the word, a big word, multiple. That plenty of time, they do it to the boy, plenty of time. Multiple times. 3 times, 4 times. What if Peter went how many rounds? The other 2 guys, how many rounds? But it said multiple times. Well, let's hear from you, our people. Call us 0776 104 104. You do that thing to my board child. Yeah, make sure you must say we're going on the ground out there. Yeah. Call us 0776 104 104 0886 500 104. The WhatsApp line is +231 86 500 104. And the female line is 0770 297 Let me say good afternoon to you, Mr. Cesar Brooklyn, our childhood friend and brother who is visiting Liberia from the United States. Welcome. And also Mr. Edwin Nimna Dennis, former head of the National Bureau of Concession. Welcome back to the country. Hope you are enjoying your vacation. All right, so let's take some calls now. Let's take you as our very first caller. Good afternoon.
Yes, good afternoon, Winner.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Let's hear your name and where you join us from.
Joining from somewhere around Pansy, Johnsonville.
All right, take a minute, sir, to make it.
What my contribution towards the people behind that police station you're talking about, they voted massively for Unity Party. That place, it was because Bone Money Company all the way to the airport, right to looking down somewhere up there.
Yeah.
Where they were don't pay over there. It's not for government. To see the company when they want to come back to do their work again, they can break because they're not government. Coming to that little boy. Look, they'll rescue with all the definition of rescue. They came to rescue. They keep rescue themselves and their family. And they'll go with half feeling. They're all like, I mean, if they'll get to me, then let them vote for how they call it. Work out for second lane, let work out the 20, let work out the 20, let me with the condition. From there, we learn. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Our first caller. Let's take another person. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. All right, let's take you, this person. Good afternoon.
Hello? Yeah, hello?
Yeah, welcome to the show.
Yeah, this is Patrick P. Fire from the Josephville Bill.
Go ahead, Patrick. Let's hear you.
Yeah, listen to the issue about breaking down, torture and things. It's a good thing, but sometimes you need to put things in place before you can do breaking down. Other countries we have been seeing it, just keep structure and just break down. But they're going to put out their job now. They are suffering, finding way how to get food for their children, and also school open, people looking for money to see how they can send their children to school. There's a lot of things happening. So sometimes government is doing good, we know. But at least they gotta take that. They gotta take the line everywhere you go and break down, especially that structure. That place is not for government. Way back when you were saying that place is not for government, it's people that will win that place. They get a company area before. So I just want to beg the government to see how bad they can use their Google face to see how bad they can consider these people.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's talk to another person. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. And tell us your name and where you join us from. I'm Wendell, and I'm here with Esther.
Thank you very much. My name is Anwar Esther. I joined from University, number 12.
Go ahead. You have a minute, sir. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much. My concern has grown on the issue of the children are being, or the little boy are being solemnized. And so, big story that for me, I condemn the act. This is not a party issue, it's about the hearing. The act has to be condemned because it can be your children tomorrow. It can be your child. So it should not happen to somebody's child, then you begin to hate it or you begin to take that to be a celebration. It is not good practice in the country. So the government should take it very serious to investigate and bring those who are those perpetrators to book. That is the full law of weight of the law. And then another issue has to do with the development that was going on. Talk about the road construction that people will be living their premises, right?
I didn't talk about road construction. I'm talking about community at the Bong Mines Bridge at the back of the Zone 1 police station that, they have been given ultimatum to leave or else their houses will be broken down. They marked those houses already as we speak.
For marking them for what reason? They mark them for development or what?
To break them down, they were asked to remove. We don't know. Probably the government wants to put a road there or something. But I mean, it's sad because those people, that's a slum community or Swami community where most of the people there are destitute. That's why we are, asking the government to reconsider their decision.
Okay. We affected their situation as well as a citizen because these people have been living there for a very long time. But at the same time, if the government want to use that particular location for development purpose, development comes with pain.
Thank you. Development comes with pain. So says the caller. Let's talk to you. Good afternoon. Yeah, welcome to the show. Tell us your name and where you join the conversation from. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, we should have a happy minute with them, man. We miss you, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, I had to take my annual break.
I had a family.
Oh, I left them good.
Yeah, then we want to say happy New Year to Esther, the co-host. Yeah.
Afternoon.
Yeah, we know that New Year is so type of that change.
Okay.
Let me commend you for this brilliant talking point. And let me commend you for the advocacy, your continuous advocacy for the Liberian people. Although we know the way that people, we have to learn. Yeah, we have to learn. When it comes to us, one of the big order, one of the breaking our own down, we are going to get the cause of our own problem. And let me tell you how, when the Liberian people will not to look at me and look at somebody who are living on loan. And then I want living on loan to get them power when we are the cause of our problem. So people who could not pay their who could not pay their own fee yesterday. We can look at that people yesterday and get them power today. We know we are the cause of our own problem. got an opportunity and local people get an opportunity, and you're better to do the window. To get opportunity and enjoy that fair window. So today, if you want to go on window, I can't bring nobody, I can't bring the government commenting on the platform. Because we are going to be at the cost of our own platform here window. So thank you for the continued advocacy for window. We are going to what they will change and what we are taking.
Thank you, Sabo Rasta. Let's bring the female general, Ma Sisi. Ma Sisi, welcome to the show.
Let's also we agree somebody they come with peace. But when you come with peace, now you will smart sometimes and just react in the state here. When you are breaking down people's things, around the people are complaining, but when you start with them, they discuss and look at it and say no. I can just put them in the street at this. He gave them money for 8 houses when I came back and paid their houses. All I place took them from gospel was there to put the houses there. But it's what they bad place in the swamp and they say they around there. So they're not in the street. But they want government green, want a Boka man green. And I believe Boka. They put a poor in the country. They bought police with them. So they are feeling their peace. They're in their home. They are sleeping in the street. Go away now when they're in the net. Just take your street. You see people, mothers and colors sleeping in the street, but the people too. It's so sad. Do they put doing things in this country? And you're talking about them, they will charge and change the window. Trust me, nothing will happen to our people. They will be withdrawn from their goods and go to the almost home. Watch me. Watch my work. Let people kill the rest, the son of my children. To steal on it. That's what they do. You can't who I want boy children, who I want girl children. Yesterday, I don't remember people today passing around. Can you come and say there's no money passing today in this country to hold it? But today, you see, when you're not men, because you're my boy and say they see, and yes, it happens. Why are they burning my girl? I want to ask the question. What's my girl? But you say they were burning fasting. I know burning fasting, looking at fasting, looking for, and they want to singing.
Is it premium fasting? Is it burner fasting?
Anywhere for now, you tell me what I say, no, I'm not saying it.
Masisi.
The whole second, but when I know today, I meant fasting around. You were on the ground begging for that. It was there. It's very funny. You said it passing around. So they said, they said that. Don't pull it. Don't tell me. December. You know, say happy December. They say they come about behind the sea. Come said no. Listen, we will get your money. We'll do this. Money one day the post said no because the animal ratting now. So they said no. Come to the public. I had to got it out. So they think they you see that was surprised. We don't put go water. I may go water. In the net, will take it for the king. You will fly for you go America. What's my word? Take it to the bay. You say, Master said it. Trust me. Thank you.
Thank you, Ma Sisi. That's the tough talking female general, Ma Sisi. Let's talk to this person on this line. Good afternoon.
Yeah, we know. How are you?
I'm fine. Edmund Carr, welcome to the show.
Yeah. No, but Esther, when I think,
huh?
No, Esther,
Esther, yeah, man, she's good. Edmond, your line is coming in broken. Do you care to shift a little bit?
Hello, you getting me now?
Yeah, go ahead. You're better now.
Okay. I'm saying the last time when I listened to that name for mother, so sad. You know, therefore, when he was using purpose, because she said the fluid that was coming from him, he was not so. You got pepper for him. He was using it. So if he is going to survive, it's going to be dangerous for him. You know, one, the police RG is not serving as legal counsel like don't follow the proceeding and see how well they will handle it, and we pray that the family will follow it to the fullest. So it is not left with our brother to vindicate him. That guy, he brought shame to his family. You know, brother have very closer to mine. And there's not so much property the guys have in this country yet.
Yeah.
After your father left,
yeah.
It's too deep.
And I'm told Peter Bonjala, the perpetrator, is the administrator for his property. Yeah.
My you nationalizing his brother, so no man you. You know, good guy. Even for the so one of them even trying to place the like go in jail, so get in jail some of this stuff. Let's the guy say 262D. That's most of you can also expect a year there they got it on it. Why are you doing that? And he was brought, he came to this country during Ellen Johnson Sully administration, and he was actually recommended to the NSA by Robert Sully. So he brought up from Sully when he was studying at NSA director. So
but then if he was recommended by Robert Sully, then that's small thing now.
I'm telling you, we know. So I don't want to say, oh, we don't know you to do that. No, my brother. Nothing is not anything that stealing you will go. No, you can't see when you see something you and waiting. You want to take so and say, oh, you will check that. They're not checking down there. So you are man. You go see man and move the things that are getting according to even for man in or man God. You know what I mean? It's a serious meaning you are in that society for. They can't show it. Hey, man. Like that, 3 men. Some will follow it and come to a logical conclusion so that he can serve the punishment for doing that. Because the last time you remember the guys in jail for this capital building issue. They took up for being sodomite at the NSA. So that the guys are there that doing that kind of stuff to people when you go there.
Yeah.
But they were for ritual or maybe he was trying out that God didn't expose him of the wicked deed. And he's going to pay for your action. We're going to keep pushing it. You see when we push it, say, hey, only this one, you cannot be the liquor. Let him go. Let him hire a lawyer and let a lawyer predicate it.
Okay.
Thank you, Winner.
Thank you, Edmund. Thank you so much for your contribution. That's the voice of Edmund Kai, the visually impaired guy who is putting this president feet to fire. Let's talk to you. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Winner.
Yeah, welcome to the show. Tell us your name and where you join us from.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. This is Jimmy. Jimmy, I'm calling for an occasion in the Future.
Welcome. Let's hear you.
Okay. Well, for me, the people that get exercise about the former video, you know, that former video, I went to school, my kindergarten school, looking at them back. I'm a former school there, but when the election got question, when you vote, look at that one of my friends to prefer going for my first paper. Imagine getting a social person, I work here at the chief. They better look at me because what you voted for. The election got question. So, what they voted for is what they get it. So, but the issue is I don't feel for the customer because anything the government has done, they want to get it and I get it off the street. So, another way, that's what this one, if I feel government,
Oh my God, we lost the caller. I didn't cut you off. You went off. Let's take more calls. We have a few more minutes to be here. 7 more minutes to be here on the program from the Print News. So let's talk to you, this person. Good afternoon. Tell us your name and where you join us from. Go ahead.
Yeah, as you're saying, the first issue is the meeting minister that the here. What are other keys there? The other key are into abstract plan. Because I don't want to be when are other keys rolling. You know, watching I monitor the program in the morning, watching Mr. Twitter, the people now wanted to see President we are in power. So all the learning was going on in the country. So today, the CDC post they repeat the children. They have all in the street, all in the community, taking Facebook picture. So what the president we have the security going on today? Like when I say something, you go to the market, this is people running behind the people, taking the market. That president we have only people. You need to pass people get down to create a story for that world today and take some of the people that are able to bow down to them. When you not bow down, me I see plenty of them with 40.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much for your contribution. This is the program from the Print News. Call us on 0776 104 104 0886 500 104 You see the guy is being taken to court and he's not handcuffed.
No, he's not handcuffed.
Yeah,
Shaking hands.
somebody from nowhere. They'll cuff you, do all. See the kind of treatment there. Yeah. The guy is walking, guy hit towel on his neck, and it's just moving to the court. Liberia.
So you all know people right. You all can know people right when they will call me official.
Yeah.
But when they ain't call me official, they ain't get right.
Yeah. Hello?
Sir.
Hello.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead. Let's hear your name and make your contribution. You're giving us feedback. We don't want to cut you off. So if you can stop this feedback, we'll have to let you go. All right, let me take another person while you're getting prepped up. Hello?
Yeah,
I'm fine, patience. Welcome. Let's hear you. Patience, how can you accuse the IG of being a part? No, you can't do that, Patience. Please, we will not allow you to do that. All right. In as much we don't share the same view with this government, we should be respectful of the things that we say. We can't just accuse people of things that we don't know about.
That's
right?
why we say alleged.
Alleged. Until the court can prove it. It's alleged that Ben Peter Bonjala and two other guys were involved in rape of allegedly rape of 15-year-old boy multiple times. All right, so Esther, let's take a few comments and then we go home. All right, let's run us through with a few comments we have.
All right, we have We have Terry F. Kone. He says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm following you guys from Nipo Street. Thank you for the show." Stephen Eba says, "Good morning, Freedom Print News family. I'm following the show from Dakar, Senegal." We have Mohammed Mariam J. Sharif. He says, "Good morning, Esther, Wendell, and the peace-loving people of Lofa County. I'm watching from Jacob Towns and Francis community. What kind of government where its official take pleasure in sodomizing boys and raping teenage girls? So rape and sodomization is a unity party government agenda for this country? Damn, this is beyond evil and wickedness. We are coming back." We have Anisha Junior Boss is watching from Newtown. He says he's coming back. Obadiah O. Barney Jr. says he's watching. Henry Tito Jr. says, "Good morning. I'm watching from a residence in Caldwell. Thanks for the people program. We see success is watching." Stephen Yakade says, "Good morning. I'm following from Cotton Tree District 2, Lower Margibi County." We have Gormanimi Tito says, "Good morning, Freedom FM family. I'm watching from the borough of Newtown. We have Kay Kadi pass away." He says, she says, "Hi there, family." And then she says, "LIP Live is catching up with her."
No, enjoy yourself, Kadi, and hope you're enjoying your vacation.
Yeah.
But folks, that's all the time. But it's very serious. We hope the government of Liberia, through the Ministry of Public Works, will see reason to reconsider their decision, because those people that are living at the back of the Zone 1 police station, they don't have anywhere to go. If you go and take your microphones to them now, that's all they have to say. "My brother, my son, my brother, My uncle, we ain't get nowhere to go. That yet die, the government say, my die. Look at me at all the day. Yeah, all my grandchildren around me. What I carrying them to go be in one room and I die will just die. And not easy. You please beg the government for us so the government can lead us. They have our old senior houses. Then you see all the roof, everything rotting. At least when it rain, we can put bucket there where the water will drop in. But to take us from here where we've been living all our life, where are we going now? The government said they can't rescue us. That how they won't treat us again after we finish voting for them. We the one now they turn against. So we hope that the folks at the Ministry of Public Works, Gatings, through your boss, President Waka, to reconsider your decision. All right, so we are closely following this case involving this 15-year-old boy who was promised to get a football boots. In return, he was sodomized multiple times by three men, three grown-up men, multiple times. Oh, in LA type place. That's why they penetrated. Can you imagine this country? Well, folks, we got to go, man. Thank you so much. Thank you ever so much for being a part of Esther. I think, is this the third edition? Yes, I think we presented two last week.
Yeah.
Wednesday and Thursday.
Of course.
And so this is the third edition.
Okay, yeah, Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday and Thursday. So this is the third edition. We'll be back here, God's willing, tomorrow with another brand new presentation. Until then, do have a pleasant week.